Fewer illegal immigrants, higher GDP, more jobs, reduced deficit. Who could oppose that? I don't know of anybody.
Mexico must do its share, because the day when America could be the welfare system for Mexico is gone. We simply can't afford it.
So that is our direct message to the families in Central America. Do not send your children to the borders. If they do make it, they'll get sent back.
Mexican government's policies are pushing migration north across our border.
I know that 1,000 overwhelms the system. I cannot begin to imagine what 4,000 a day looks like. So we are truly in a crisis.
That's why I don't really object to the wall anymore. If you want to build a wall, like I said, build the wall. Finally!
And here are some of the steel slats that the president's been talking about right here. As you can see, yes, you can see through these slats to the other side of the U.S.-Mexico border. But as we're walking along here, we're not seeing any kind of imminent danger. There are no migrants trying to rush toward this fence here in the McAllen, Texas area.
On immigration, I'm even more hopeful. We have bipartisan teams in the House and in the Senate who are working on approaches that secure our border, protect our workers.
We let cross the border millions who take jobs away from American workers. I want to make it extremely clear that first and foremost, we are committed to ending the waves of illegal immigration that we've seen in the last 30 years. Crossing the border without permission from the government is a crime. When we catch someone crossing the border, prosecute them and deport them, we are solving the crime and punishing the criminal. One of the most effective things we do on the border is turn people back. You don't catch them after they cross the border. They get up to the border and we find them and say, go home.
Well, look, I voted numerous times when I was a senator to spend money to build a barrier to try to prevent illegal immigrants from coming in. And I do think you have to control your borders.
I'm deeply opposed to illegal immigration, and I call on the federal government, the president, and the immigration services to stop the inflow of illegal immigrants into this country. And I've supported wise state policies to try to make sure that we do not provide services to folks in this state who are not here legally.
I voted for 700-mile fence. But let me tell you, why I believe the fence is needed is not related to immigration as much as to drugs. I'm the guy that wrote the National Crime Bill. I'm the guy that wrote the National Drug Act. I'm the guy that wrote the law that set up a drug czar. People are driving across that border with tons of everything from byproducts from methamphetamine to cocaine to heroin. It's all coming up through corrupt Mexico.
There isn't any sensible approach except to do what we need to do simultaneously. You know, secure our borders with technology, personnel, physical barriers.
Any immigration solution must recognize that we must do as much as we can to gain control of our borders as soon as possible. But we also need to set the record straight. The American people need to know that because of our efforts in Congress, our border is far more secure today than it was when we began debating comprehensive reform in 2005. Between 2005 and 2009, a vast amount of progress has been made on our borders and ports of entry. The progress includes 9,000 new Border Patrol field agents in the last 4 years, construction of a 630-mile border fence, or 630 miles of border fence, that create a significant barrier to illegal immigration on our southern land border. And third, the implementation of new border technologies which serve as force multipliers and allow the Border Patrol to maintain control of larger segments of the border with fewer agents.
Yet, today here in Washington, folks are still debating whether or not to fix our immigration system, even though just about everyone agrees that it is broken.
We all agree on the need to better secure the border and to punish employers who choose to hire illegal immigrants. We are a generous and welcoming people here in the United States, but those who enter the country illegally and those who employ them disrespect the rule of law, and they are showing disregard for those who are following the law. We simply cannot allow people to pour into the United States undetected, undocumented, unchecked, and circumventing the line of people who are waiting patiently, diligently, and lawfully to become immigrants in this country.
President Obama is sending 1,200 National Guard troops to boost security along the U.S.-Mexican border.
And now moving on, the White House said today that for the first time, this president is going to deploy National Guard troops to patrol the border with Mexico, 1,200 of them.
The announcement came as a surprise. The president said nothing to Republican senators who pressed him on the issue today, but hours later called up the troops.
Illegal immigration is wrong, plain and simple. Until the American people are convinced that we will stop future flows of illegal immigration, we will make no progress on dealing with the millions of illegal immigrants who are here now and on rationalizing our system of legal immigration. It's plain and simple and unavoidable. When we use phrases like undocumented workers, we convey a message to the American people that their government is not serious about combating illegal immigration, which the American people overwhelmingly oppose.
All Americans, not only in the states most heavily affected, but in every place in this country, are rightly disturbed by the large numbers of illegal aliens entering our country. The jobs they hold might otherwise be held by citizens or legal immigrants. The public service they use impose burdens on our taxpayers. That's why our administration has moved aggressively to secure our borders more, by hiring a record number of new border guards, by deporting twice as many criminal aliens as ever before, by cracking down on illegal hiring, by barring welfare benefits to illegal aliens. In the budget I will present to you, we will try to do more to speed the deportation of illegal aliens who are arrested for crimes, to better identify illegal aliens in the workplace, as recommended by the commission headed by former Congresswoman Barbara Jordan. We are a nation of immigrants, but we are also a nation of laws. It is wrong and ultimately self-defeating for a nation of immigrants to permit the kind of abuse of our immigration laws we have seen in recent years, and we must do more to stop it.
Are they a heart attack victim or are they resting? Are you okay? Oh my God! Your arms and legs have been blown off!